It's okay to be lazy. Have you ever seen those self-help videos that always tell you, always be taking action, always be productive, always, move towards your goals, hustle, or you're a piece of shit, bitch, whatever. Well, this is incredibly toxic and wrong. Because, if you live by this idea that you have to take action every single day, basically the message that you're sending to yourself implicitly is that you're sending to yourself the message that you're worthless if you don't do anything. You're worthless if you don't take action. You're worthless if you just sit down and enjoy life, right? With a pina colada or with a cup of tea, whatever. You're worthless unless you're doing some sort of thing, right? And that becomes a huge problem. And if you believe that, you're going to live the rest of your life, chasing your own tail and never truly being happy, never truly being fulfilled. So I have a story for you of how I came to that conclusion. Is that basically the last 4 months I was not drinking any coffee. I tapered a bit with 1 month. I drank a bit of green tea. And during that time was really some of the laziest times of my entire life, or the last few years or something. And the reason being is, caffeine was giving sort of like the dopamine boost, like the dopamine high of, taking action, doing something with your life. And I was no longer getting that. As much. So then I just sort of fell into that slight depression of like, oh, I don't feel excited anymore about doing Nameless. I've never felt that lack of excitement for my YouTube channel in years. I was always excited about Nameless before. Why am I no longer excited about Nameless? What the fuck is happening? And, I realized that it wasn't that I didn't like Nameless. It's sort of like I just felt this high of the caffeine that, I need to take action. Unless if I don't take action, I'm a piece of shit. And this caffeine sort of exacerbated that belief. I already had that belief before, I ever drank a cup of coffee, but unconsciously, but the caffeine sort of exacerbated it, right? In a way that I felt like, I gotta be pumping out content all the time. And, I defended that toxic belief in my head because, it was so easy to justify, right? Because of that belief that, I gotta take action every day or else I'm a piece of shit. Because of this negative belief, I was able, this is how I justified in my head, I was able to create over 200 videos on Nameless. I was able to start my coaching business, get clients, and I was able to start making a living out of it, right, and all that. And that became, I guess, that became my excuse to keep that toxic belief in my life, right? And then I realized, as I was going through the caffeine withdrawals and being incredibly lazy, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't shoot a video. I couldn't even speak on camera, nothing. And I thought, what? I'm just going to do nothing today. And then I'm just not going to do nothing today became I'm not going to do anything for a week. And became I'm not going to do anything for the next few weeks, except maybe work on Nameless once a week or something. Like that was pretty much it, which is pretty much this video today is like me working once a week on my channel, basically. So that's basically it, right? And then I realized that there was this belief in my head, right, of that I was worthless if I wasn't doing anything. And I just sat with that belief. I just sat with it, and I realized, like, where did that belief come from? Why am I feeling this? Why can't I just, enjoy my time? Sort of like my girlfriend, like she just sits down and plays video games, and she's totally fine. She doesn't feel like the urge to, work on that next project like I do. She doesn't feel the urge that, she has to prove, she has to live up to a certain audience on the internet. No, she doesn't have that urge, but I do have that urge for some reason. And I really questioned that. And I questioned it, and I realized, what? It's okay to be lazy, right? The person next to you, right? That's, I don't know, this, maybe you read a lot of self-help videos, for example, you read a lot of self-help books, for example, you think you're always going to be taking action. The person next to you sitting by you in the bus, right? That doesn't read all these books, doesn't take as much action, probably has a 9-to-5 job that he, doesn't really like, and he goes back home, you watch Netflix. He's not lesser than you because he's not achieving, or he's not, consuming a bunch of self-help content and taking action in his life. He's not lesser than you, right? That bum on the street, right? Maybe his net worth is lesser than you, but he's not lesser than you as a human being. Just because, he's not doing anything. I don't know. So I came to this realization at that time. And now I want to give you some tips on how can you overcome that, How can you overcome that need of taking action, that sort of workaholism that's just so toxic if you have it? And if you don't, how can you overcome that belief in your head that's telling you that you're not enough unless you do this, unless you do that? Number one, sit down with yourself, right? Sit down with yourself doing nothing with your life. Do absolutely nothing right now. And do that for an entire day. And just sit with the emotion, like, what do you feel inside of you, right? You don't even distract yourself with anything or anything like that. Just sit down at least for 30 minutes, an hour with a cup of tea or just nothing, and just sit with that feeling. Can you do that? It's actually hard to do, but I do that unconsciously throughout the day. I just kind of sit down, do nothing, kind of feel how I feel, or try that. Watch a Netflix show, right? Watch a show that, not like your favorite movie, but just like an average movie, or not something that's just gonna blow out, distract you so that you can't pay attention to your emotions. Just watch something on Netflix, whatever, and feel your emotions. Look into yourself, how do I feel doing nothing and, just watching a show, right? Or just play a video game. How do I feel, playing that video game? Am I okay with myself? Am I fine with myself? Or do I beat myself up over that, right? Try to do that and then see where that takes you, right? So that's basically my advice for you. If you've been struggling with these beliefs, because I was struggling with that. And, if you need help, right, to find more clarity in your life, because if you watch my videos, I'm guessing, you want to get more productivity in your life in some way, and you want to improve your life in some way. And maybe not the productivity aspect, but you just want to feel more fulfillment, or you want to be able to, overcome certain negative aspects of yourself that are holding you back from achieving what you want in life, right? In that case, you can book a free consultation call with me, and the link will be in the description below. You just need to click, watch the short video, and then you book out the survey and you can talk to me. And on that note, I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to put links right there or right here for my next videos that are recommended for you, right, according to the algorithm. And I'll see you there, because, self-help is not, self-development is a habit that you build every single day. So you want to keep watching. So I'll see you there. Peace.